somehow being an apologist for, one absence of good for another.
But at the same time, calling evil evil. There has to be a line that you don't get forgiven. There's nothing more powerful in this world than forgiveness, man. And
yeah, I say call it evil when it's productive to do that. It's the same thing I think about when I hear these people whose constituencies are solid for them, and it's very hip that they call themselves a socialist. Well, I always think about it, that if your granny can call 911 when she hears somebody breaking into her house and the police come, that's kind of a good thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's something we can all, the great granny was safe because she could call 911. Then the question I have for people who get up, all scared of socialism then is, which credit card did she use to pay them when they left?
Yeah.
So there were times that, it's such an indulgence to use words that we know are inflammatory, right? Let's take Israel, for example.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be satisfied if nobody was calling it evil. But I'm very grateful that there are some who are just being more sober than to use any kind of word that somehow to other people may show that you're not getting it.
I mean, one of the things that I'm sort of left paralyzed with now is who the fuck is going to lead us out of this? Who are they? Who is the person?
Well, I do think that we're not all leaders on that level, and we're not all leaders in even in small parts of our lives. Some of us are, most of us hope to be, and all of us are responsible to be. But not everybody succeeds at this for various reasons. But I do think the leaders are going to be dominantly, before noticing, let's say, that Putin is evil, which that's my level. I don't know that someone like Zelensky needs to take it that far. What Zelensky feels, and I saw it in him, and it was so refreshing, and I think it speaks to his leadership, his inherent gift and courage and clear-mindedness as a leader, calm. He says, he's not very interesting.
Yeah,
that's what he says about Putin.
That's great.
And you sit there and you say, I want to hear what else you got to say, because that's true. So true. I just realized that's true. It sort of reminds me, Bukowski had a poem about, I saw a genius. I met a genius, and he's riding the rail from Los Angeles to San Diego. And this ocean, it's what it is, this section of ocean, depends on the sky that day or and we tell ourselves, oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. The ocean's beautiful. And he's riding the rail with a 7-year-old kid, and the kid looks at him. At a certain point, they're both looking out the window of the train. The kid looks at him and says, it's not beautiful. To which Bukowski responds in the poem, it was the first time I realized that.
So good.
And I think, so, yeah, I think that in a way that can speak to the genuineness of this particular leader, Zelensky. I've never seen him spin anything. I've never seen him rehearse or that there's a show of rehearsal. He, in person talking to him, there's no, I understand that somebody's trying to sell something, whether it's a policy or a pineapple, you spend enough time with them, you're going to run into their script.
Yeah.